Three, two, one. Hey guys, we are the 732 Review Crew, and I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And welcome back to another episode of Firefly. This one is Season 1, Episode 3 of Firefly, titled Bushwhacked. Pretty excited to get into this one. The last two episodes have been a very fun, just continuation of the journey, and we learned that our party is being followed, our crew is being followed by two gentlemen in black suits with blue gloves.
Yes,
The blue hands.
Yeah, blue hands.
Now,
2x2.
2x2 men with blue.
Hands of blue.
Oh, hands of blue. That's what
2x2 hands of blue.
Thank you, home master. But I'm very excited to see what's happening in this episode, especially with our crew. Trying to find jobs as they make their way through the planets and through the system, because they obviously need to pay for fuel and for food and stuff. Because our three passengers don't really have the most money.
And they didn't make any money on the last job.
No,
But they do have a kung fu monk.
But we have,
Monk.
Father.
Priest.
we have
He's not a
at least we have a
monk.
good moral compass on this crew. I'm excited to see what else happens in these episodes. If you made it this far with us, would appreciate it if you do drop a like, drop a comment of your favorite part in this episode, a fun fact about the show that we wouldn't know, that wouldn't be a spoiler for something that's coming up, or just subscribe to our channel if you do enjoy the content. Let us know if we could do anything to improve your viewing experience as well. Otherwise, we should just jump right to this episode, I think, because it's a pretty fun show.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm hoping we get to see more of what's going on with the sister.
I'm not trying to overthink this too, So
Enjoy.
enjoy the show for what it is.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm ready to jump into this. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
And she still won't talk about what it was that they did to her at the academy.
They don't think it was an academy.
She's gonna know the rules.
Proximity alert. Must be coming up on something.
Oh my god. What can it be? We're all doomed. Who's flying this thing? Oh, right, that would be me.
That's awesome.
What is that? Whoa.
That's a person.
Yeah.
It's a ghost.
She's
What?
so creepy. It's great.
What?
It's a ghost.
I feel like they.
Settlers.
Cram 15, maybe 20 families on a boat that size. You pack them in tight enough.
Families?
I figured that fellow we run into did everyone on board. Killed them all. Then he decided to take a swim, see how fast his blood would boil out his ears.
You're a very up person.
Shouldn't we report this?
To who? Alliance?
No one's gonna mind if we take a look around, see if there's not something of value they might have left behind.
Yeah, no, someone could be.
What a douche.
That's
Savage shop.
that's a
Whoa.
weird airlock. But
What was that?
He likely stuck up under our belly about now.
ooh,
That's what space trash does, kind of latches on the first big something, stops long enough. Hey, now, that'd be a bit like you and your sister.
he's so
Yikes.
toxic.
That's really mean.
Okay, Wash. Ask Serenity to knock for us.
Wow, there's toys and stuff.
What was carrying families?
Is this gonna be a grim episode?
I thought there were gonna be ghosts. Wow, red balloon.
That's kind of creepy. Food has not been touched. Everything's left while they're eating.
Personal log. Someone was in the middle of an entry.
That's convenient.
Why did I wake her up?
Still gotta get suited up.
It doesn't look like it's on straight.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Is it too big for him?
I think he's looking around a lot.
Yeah, I think he's just looking.
Hi.
Oh, it's his point of view.
What are you doing here and what's with the suit?
You're hilarious.
Is Kaylee gonna get her coil?
I had this on wrong.
He does have it on wrong.
You hungry, sweetie?
She's gone.
She.
She's on the ship with the ghosts.
Well, there's a good one. Hold the bagel.
What's that say?
Here.
Couldn't read it.
Gen seed, protein, crop supplements. Everything a growing family needs to make a fresh start on a new world.
I was gonna say it's settler ship.
Hard subsidy.
What are you doing? Oh. Oh no.
What the fuck?
What the?
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
What the fuck is that?
Marauders?
Or the what were they called? The cannibals?
Yeah,
Reavers?
Reavers.
What the chit chatta is going on in there?
Not now, dear.
What is going on?
I think it's Reavers.
Came at me from behind. Big though. Strong. I think I might have hit him.
It's gonna hurt you.
No mercy. No.
Any more than we already did.
No mercy.
No, we got lots of mercy. We got lots and lots.
Is that a survivor, maybe?
It might just be a survivor, you're right.
Oh, yes. He's a real beast.
Look
It's a wonder you're still alive.
Looked bigger when I couldn't see him.
They were all weak.
Other than the bullet wound, there doesn't appear to be an exterior trauma.
What was weak?
Dope them.
I don't think that.
Just do it.
No mercy.
We save him the suffering.
What's going on?
He's pre-Reaver.
All right, no one goes in here.
Yeah.
The ship was hit by Reavers.
Contagious?
No, but I think Reavers are just insane people in space.
One Reavers. Reavers don't leave no survivors.
Strictly speaking, wouldn't say they did.
Whatever horror he witnessed, whatever acts of barbarism, it was done by men. Nothing more.
Reavers ain't men.
Of course they are.
How far are they?
I ain't going over there with them bodies. No rutting way. Not if Reavers messed with them.
Jane, you'll scare the women.
I'll go.
How we treat our dead is part of what makes us different
True.
than those did the slaughtering.
Good words. Good words.
That was, yeah.
I ain't saying there's any peace to be had, but on the off chance there is, those folks deserve a little of it.
Very kind of them.
Nara liked that.
Points gained.
Just when I think I've got you figured out.
That was real pretty, Captain, what you just said.
It's a real burden being right so often.
What is that?
Blue
Booby
trap?
trap. Reavers sometimes leave them for the rescue ships.
There's a thing that attached that we saw.
Looks like they've jerry-rigged it with a pressure catch.
You tell me right now, little Kaylee, you really think you can do this?
Sure. Yeah. I think so.
Be careful.
Besides, if I mess up, it's not like you'll be able
No,
to
be careful.
I fucking love Kaylee's character.
How is she connected to them? Oh no. At least he's here. No, he's not. He's on the ship.
He's heading back. Zoe's on board. It'll be fine. That's a hydraulic line.
Marauder, Reavers? Oh no.
It's their Reaver.
Quorum Reavers, come back.
Is it the proximity alarm?
Imagine it's the same one that they saw in the first episode.
Firefly class transport, you are ordered to release control
Oh
of your
no,
helm.
Alliance.
Prepare to
The
dock
ship.
and be boarded.
Oh!
Where'd that come from?
Looks like civilization finally caught up with us.
Oh yeah, I forgot like the Alliance is looking for them for multiple reasons.
We run into these two, we shoot first.
What?
Brass can sort it out later.
Him and the sister are going in
We
there.
gotta run. Can't run. Stack everything right here, plain sight. Wouldn't want it to seem like we got anything to hide. Might give them Alliance boys the wrong impression.
Nice idea. Okay.
They're not taking her, and you are not giving her to them.
Don't be a fool, son. Do as the man says.
Believes in him.
Well, you just like immediately assume the worst there. You know, I get it. I mean, he's got to be protective of his sister.
Right.
A brother and sister. When I search this vessel, I won't find them, will I?
No children on this boat.
I didn't say children. Siblings. Adult siblings.
I misunderstood.
It's good.
Yeah.
That was very clever.
Want every inch of this junker Tom.
Junker?
Settle down, Kaylee.
But Captain, did you hear what that purple belly called Serenity?
He's pimping the head. You see that?
Did he stab himself?
Looks like it.
Like a Ravager would?
Reaver.
It's a curiosity, a woman of stature such as yourself falling in with these types.
You just keep referring to them as such women of stature.
It's a mutually beneficial business arrangement.
And you love him?
I don't see how that's relevant.
Well, he is your husband. You two met through Captain Reynolds and your husband.
Fight with him sometimes.
She's awesome.
Particular reason you don't wish to discuss your marriage?
Don't see that it's any of your business is all. We're very private people.
The legs. Oh, yeah. I definitely have to say it.
He's not a very private person.
Put that down. Her legs, and right where her legs meet her back. That actually
her butt? Her butt?
And then above it.
Crammed right under every cooling drive so that you strain your primary artery function and you end up having to recycle secondary exhaust through a bypass system just so as you don't end up pumping it through the main atmo feed and asphyxiating the entire crew. Now that's junk.
Forget about it. Have you ever been with a warrior woman?
This crew is so good.
He doesn't talk at him.
That's his room.
Pirates with their own chaplain. There's an oddity.
Not the only oddity this end of space.
The fuck is flipping a plate gonna do?
So I'm wondering.
Why are they looking under the plates?
Are they outside? They're literally just waiting outside.
That's good.
That's hysterical. I thought they were in that one spot.
Me too.
No, that would be too obvious, I think.
That was clever.
It's a spot that they know to check, probably.
Well, he wasn't lying when he said they're not in the ship.
Yeah.
No, no one on board.
That's so good. Do they have enough oxygen?
Depending on how long they're aboard. She's loving it. He's like, oh no. He looked down.
Seems odd you name your ship after a battle you're on the wrong side of.
May have been the losing side. Still not convinced it was a wrong.
Yeah, it's conviction.
Is that why you attacked that transport? Only those weren't soldiers you murdered. They were civilians, families,
What the
citizens.
fuck
loyal
is
to the
this
Alliance,
guy's
trying
deal?
to make a new life for themselves, and you just can't stand that, can you? I'd ask him. Only I'm not sure he'll be able to speak with his tongue split down the middle.
What?
I haven't seen that kind of torture since the war.
Oh, Reaver.
Do they not know what a Reaper is?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
So he was a Reaver the whole time, right?
Or I think Reavers just are people who are mad.
They made him watch. He probably tried to turn away. They wouldn't let him. You call him a survivor? He's not. A man comes up against that kind of will, the only way to deal with it, I suspect, is to become it. First he'll try to make himself look like one. He'll start acting like one.
Let's go again.
Later. Maybe.
Oh, he's on the ship.
River, it's okay. River, it's okay.
She senses the Reaver.
Ow.
Nobody knows Serenity like I do. I can help you.
I'm trusted.
He's not a bad guy. I don't understand. Like,
it
was on the other side of the war.
You want to,
In front of him now. Come on, man.
I mean, it's still better.
It is still better.
Oh my god. Oh. He mutilated himself so bad. Wow.
Jesus
wow.
Christ. I mean, he just saved that guy's life. But holy shit.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Not what I was like expecting after the first 2 episodes.
No.
He's like, all right, you're good to go. Sorry. Story checks out.
They destroyed it?
And he did what he told him to.
Destroy the wreck?
Too bad they didn't hide like one case. You know?
Oh, that was it. Wow.
You know, they should have been just like a little, like, honest, but not totally honest, and been like, yeah, that's everything. We're definitely.
Well, if they managed to have the manifest from what was being transported, they're like, you're missing a case here.
Yeah, fair. You're right. You're right.
So that was an interesting episode of Firefly. So it starts off with the crew having some recreational time together, in which, you know, you get to see them actually seem like they're a group of friends, you know, because they are friends. They're getting along. Yeah. Nobody's fighting. Even Jane's being friendly with everyone.
Flirting going around.
Yes, yeah, flirting going around, whatnot. And then the alarm goes off because ship, which seems like, you know, in 1 out of 3 episodes, I'm sorry, 1 and 3, so it was 1 and 3. So 2 out of 3 episodes, we've had a ship we've been scavenging, which seems to be when you're.
I mean, that's like they're scavengers.
Well, I mean, they take any job they can. What I was going to say is, it seems like on the edges of space, when you're living like this, you just look for anything that you can for resources, which is fair.
Yeah. I really liked a couple scenes in particular. I think my favorite was the captain's like, no, you're right. You should go take down the bodies, bless the bodies. And he's like, okay, have fun. Bye. Okay, so we're all going to fucking die. You know?
Yeah,
so I like how he was like, let's distract the children while we figure out the real problem here. You know, I appreciated that. I thought that was cool and funny and just, I like that.
I thought it was interesting that we go on the ship and, you know, they tell us this is a colony ship. You know, there's 14 to 20 families, 15 to 20 families potentially on here. You know, they find out there was 14 families, which means, you know, was that potentially 2 parents and a child each?
I think it was 16 families. But yeah, whatever the case, a lot of people.
A lot of people on this ship, and they all got brutally devastated by
wild episode 3, to be honest, because it went from like, it's a happy-go-lucky western, we got some goofy antics and there's a couple action scenes, and then it's like the pirates murdered and mutilated everybody and the madness consumes all survivors.
And they then forced that guy to watch such devious things. It essentially
that's how they make more Reavers.
His mind.
Gotta make more Reavers.
That's crazy how Reavers are made. Like, it's literally you're warped so bad by the actions that you become insane and you want to have more violence and stuff like that. Like, that's just, it almost that reminds me of like a lot of how media portrays like demons and like demonic, like, you know, sins and something.
I mean, it's like a famous line. It's like, beware staring into the void too long, else the void stares back into you.
That's fair.
I mean, that's what Reavers seem like.
The darkness.
Yeah, like they went to the edge of space and now, like he said, they're the void.
Now it's very it's just very interesting to see how the guy mutilated himself too. To look, you know, he had like all the
that was a quick like fall into madness.
Yeah, it was so fast, and
it's kind of crazy.
Maybe he used medical instruments in the place to, you know, do it more, but he killed like the entire medical staff and escaped. And I'm like, you know,
and then he killed multiple guards.
Who's keeping watch of this guy?
Yeah.
Oh
I will also say I don't know how I'm feeling. I'm not liking the alliance because they just seem.
I don't think you're supposed to.
Just straight like typical
goons.
Big baddies. Like it's like
yes.
No, everything's by the book, and you're a bad person, and yeah.
But
meanwhile, like they don't do anything wrong. They're not like they're
breaking laws.
Yeah. But
I mean, they are technically all criminals.
But at the same time, they were let go.
Not those damn space cops.
They were let free, you know. They were let go, without any issues.
Because the cannibal dude was like, and check, you know,
to prove their innocence. So that was nice to see.
Yeah, he stole or confiscated the things that they retrieved.
And this episode reinforces why it's important to have a companion on your ship. It kind of,
didn't really seem to do anything.
No, but they talked about it. So, having a companion opens.
They say that like every episode, but yeah, you're right.
Because they're really hammering that in.
I just really
because they're high class. It's like having almost like you said, an ambassador. Like how they name it. And they say your ambassadors on the ship. They make connections with high profile people. And because they're so beautiful, and because people don't see people this beautiful so often, usually, it seems like, especially in the fringes of space.
Yeah, apparently there's a space freaks out there.
I mean, she's so beautiful that the people are like, "Oh my God, let's make a deal," or "I trust them." Somebody this beautiful can't be devious, obviously.
I just really like Kaylee in this episode because she's just spunky, happy-go-lucky, and she's also like got all the competence. Yeah, and like even when they were looting the ship, she's just like straight ripping live coils out of like a
I know. And then she's like, hold the bag open.
Come on.
Go. All right. And she dumps it in there. And then my weak pussy arms.
And then is so immediately miffed at being her ship that she works on being called like junk that he's like, all right, so, and she's like, no, let me tell you what junk is.
That interrogation scene, you get to see the personality of the crew, especially because you have Mel being a hard ass the entire time, a bit smart ass too, because he's especially being a brown coat talking to Alliance members. They're talking about his war. You learn that Serenity.
You got Zoe being like,
You learn that Serenity is named that because of the Battle of Serenity Valley. You have Zoe being like a hard ass. Like,
Zoe was
her husband's just like,
no answer. Meanwhile, he's like, I love her ass. I love the area between her legs and her back. Yeah, that's great.
Quality line.
So many great lines in this too.
And don't forget Jane just staring, just being like,
yeah, no, I'm digging the constant comedy for sure.
It's good.
It's just been an enjoyable series so far. I loved how when Simon came out into the ship, he was wearing his suit wrong.
Yeah,
I could tell. I was like, his suit looks weird. What's going on? It's like sideways kind of. And Jane was like, "Hey, hurry, you gotta put your suit on. We gotta go. Put the suit on. Make sure you put the suit on."
Jane was just fucking with him.
And then he gets there, and Mel's like, "Why are you wearing a suit? What's the point?"
It's kind of hazy.
And then it's kind of like a haze. And then Kaylee's like, "You're wearing it." Was it Kaylee that said it? You're wearing it wrong.
Yeah.
Which reinforces just the fact that he's so novice-y, which then
he's out of his element.
Back when he's in space, hanging on the ship, and he looks back, he's like, "Oh my God!" Meanwhile, his sister is just like, "This is awesome."
I did also want to say to tack on to your Kaylee comments, where it's like I feel like she treats that ship the way someone who has a really clean '98 Honda Civic.
You're
like, that's my fucking baby. That car is magnificent and it's gonna run forever. Like she's that protective over it, and it's not a bad car, but it's like not nice either.
I agree. I mean,
it's not prestigious, but it's their baby. It's their baby.
Yeah. And it's just very interesting just to see, smugglers use this because you see all those spots they have to hide stuff. And the crew is smart enough to know that if you're trying to hide something, you leave other stuff in plain sight.
Yes.
Another thing we got to see in this episode is whatever the fuck happened to the sister. She's got some premonition stuff going on.
What is that?
Yeah, like a sixth sense kind of, huh?
Yeah, because she's like sensing shit.
What is it?
And she could hear screaming.
She could hear the screams of ghosts, and she could sense the reavers.
Really?
And
no.
And I did. You know what? It's episode 3, and I'm already annoyed this show doesn't have a second season.
We'll all be there with you, viewers, shortly. Annoyed that this show does not have a second season.
There is a movie.
But there is a movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch that at the end.
Yeah. So, anybody else have anything they want to discuss about this episode?
No, it was cool, man.
I liked it.
I'm definitely
pretty good. I'm enjoying
this.
I'm vibing on it.
I'm loving the comedy parts also.
Yeah,
sure.
It's a very good blend of like,
yes,
because that was a tense episode, but there's still comedy in it, and it's like it's really hard to do.
It really is. And I love, like we were talking about, the only thing else I have to add is we were talking about how the cameras remind us like nostalgia, especially with the feel for certain things.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's wonderful to have that feel of nostalgia for something from 2002, because, we're all the same age, 29 years old right now, That means in 2002 we were watching a lot of TV and probably after school, and
that's really the vibe. Is like 4 p.m. after school. The sun's coming in through the window. There's like dust floating in the sunbeams.
Yeah.
I'm watching it on a TV that's like 3 feet deep because it's one of those old ones.
And it has that.
I go to my mom's. I go to my parents' room, and I'm like, "Hey, mom, what are you watching?" And she's watching Firefly on the Sci-Fi Channel. After she watched, Anaconda and Piranha. It just gives me one of those vibes that you don't get too often, especially with TV shows these days, and it's great to see it.
Just nostalgia.
Yeah. No, I don't have anything else to add.
I think that's it.
If you made it this far, thank you for joining us. Please do subscribe if you have made it this far and you do enjoy our content. It helps us a lot. Just seeing those numbers go up makes us feel good, but also shows us there's a lot of desire for certain shows because we can see which subscribers come from which shows, so we can help provide content catered towards you a little bit more and help provide and build a community that, very like-minded, because I love the Firefly community so far. So many comments, so many positive interactions.
A lot.
And it's just so awesome to see. I appreciate you all.
That was really heartfelt, Mikey. That was a very heartfelt thank you to the subscribers.
We all appreciate it. Not even just the subscribers,
but everybody who likes comments.
Checked out
the comments are great. Yeah.
Even if you're just clicking and checking us out, it means a lot.
Yeah. Otherwise, I do appreciate this. We do appreciate it. We are the 732 Review Crew. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And we are signing off for the evening. Take care, be well, and be safe.
See you next time.
Toodaloo.
Bye.